Ever since I was a child, my mother has been the guiding light of my life. She was the one who stayed up late to comfort me when I was sick, held my hand through every heartbreak, and celebrated every small victory like it was the greatest achievement in the world. She gave me everything, her time, her love, her strength, and never once asked for anything in return. She was the first person to teach me what unconditional love truly meant. But now, as the years have passed, the roles have started to reverse. It all began subtly. At first, it was small things. She forgot where she had placed her keys or couldn't recall the name of an old friend. We laughed it off, saying it was just part of getting older. But deep down, I knew something was changing. I could see it in her eyes, the way she seemed a little more tired, a little more lost. The diagnosis came like a punch to the gut. Alzheimer's. The woman who had given me so much was slowly being taken away by a cruel, invisible hand. As her condition worsened, I watched her slip further and further away from the world we had once shared. She began to forget my name, my face. But through it all, I promised her one thing. I would never leave her side. I became her caretaker, just as she had once been mine. I helped her with everything: eating, bathing, dressing, tasks that had once been second nature to her. Every moment was a painful reminder of the vibrant, strong woman she used to be. There were nights when I cried alone, wondering if she even knew who I was anymore. But in her rare moments of clarity, she would look at me, and her eyes would soften. "You're my son," she'd whisper, "my beautiful boy." And that was enough for me to keep going. As the disease progressed, she could no longer walk or speak. She was bedridden, her frail body a shadow of the woman who had once carried me in her arms. But still, I stayed with her, holding her hand, whispering stories from our past, stories she could no longer remember. One night, as I sat by her side, I noticed her breathing had become shallow, her chest rising and falling in slow, labored movements. I knew the end was near. Tears filled my eyes as I leaned in close and whispered, "It's okay, Mom. You can rest now. I'll be okay. I'll always love you." In her final moments, she opened her eyes just slightly, as if she recognized my voice one last time. A single tear slipped down her cheek, and then she was gone. Even now, as I write this, I can still feel the weight of her absence like a heavy stone in my chest. But I take comfort in knowing that I kept my promise. I was there for her until the very end, just as she had always been there for me. I'll carry her memory with me for the rest of my life, and in every quiet moment, I'll hear her voice, soft, comforting, and full of love, reminding me that no matter where she is, a mother's love never truly dies.